Hey guys, welcome back to Fitness with Sawyer. But today we're just going to do some light stretching. It's been a while since we did some workouts, so let's ease our way back into it. Today is all about stretching. So throughout all of this, if you can't go as far as I go or as far as someone else, or if you can go even further than that, go for it. Just you want to do your best throughout all of this and make sure you're not overdoing it. Because if you're overdoing it, you'll pull something, you can pull that muscle. But if you're doing too little or not as much, so to say, yeah, you won't hurt yourself. So it's always better to do too little than too much. So I also have a book I'm going to be referencing, showing you guys pictures. It's called 100 Stretches and Exercises for Runners. But it's not just for runners. You can do these stretches if you just like to work out or whatever. And it's by Barron's, if I'm correct. So I'll be referencing that throughout this. I'll be showing you the pictures and what muscles they stretch and all that stuff. But our first one is called alternating arms. So it's just you're going to have your arms are going to be straight out. And so when one goes up, the other one's going down. And you should really feel this in your back of your muscles, back of your shoulders. Yep. So like one's going to go up, one's going to go down, and they're going to just keep alternating. So like I said, you should keep your back straight, your chest out, and you're just going up and down. So you can do these for about, the book recommends 20-25 seconds. I'm only going to do it for about 10 or 15. If you want to go for 30-35 seconds, go for it to adjust to your fitness level. And once again, we're just doing real light and easy stretching today, getting back into the routine. And of course, if you didn't get out of the routine like I did and you just want to do some stretching anyways, you can always be more flexible. It's always better to be flexible than not to be, because then you can, if you're tight, if you're not flexible, you're really going to limit yourself on what you're able to do. So like I said, we're just going to keep alternating arms right now. And after this, I'll show you what the book says and all the muscles you're stretching right now. So we're just, and once again, 10, 15, 20 seconds. Make sure you breathe while you're doing it, so breathe in. And then breathe out. Try to keep your arms as straight as possible. But now we're going over to the book so I can show you what muscles you're stretching. So, as you can see, he's stretching his deltoid right here. Yeah. So this stretches, stretching back your deltoids, and then your latissimus, the side of your back right here, just your whole side. And it even stretches all the way up to your elbow, it seems like. So yep, that's our alternating arm movement stretch. Our next stretch is called the side bend, and that's just where you're going to have one hand on your hip, the other one above your head, arch your arm a little bit, and you go lean to whatever side your hand is on your hip. So for me, my left hand is on my left hip, and then my right arm is above my head, and we're just going to lean to the left side. Go as far as you can. Once again, this stretch you should feel, so I'm leaning towards my left, my right hand's above my head. I'm feeling my right side of my back stretch, tighten, and pull a little bit. If you can't go as far as me, because once again, it's a muscle we're working right now. So if it's hurting too much, if the burn becomes too intense at any point, take it back a few notches. Just adjust to your level. And once again, hold these for about 15, 20 seconds, 10 seconds if that's as much as you can do. If you want to go longer, 25, that works too. And then after this, I'll reference the book once again. But once you do your right side, you want to do your left side, because these are alternating ones. So however much time you did on your right side, you want to do the same amount of time on your left side. I did roughly 20 seconds. So I'm going to do roughly 20 seconds again. And just go as far as you can. If you notice that I'm kind of moving my hip to the opposite side, that works too. That will help stretch that muscle, whatever you want. And once again, throughout all this, just adjust to your fitness level. Hold it for a few more seconds, just when you breathe. So breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in, and then breathe out. But now we're going to the book so I can show you the muscles. So as you can see right here, is she's stressing the. Oh, the cord's in the way. All right, there we go. She is stretching the tismistorices. Oh, that's a complicated word. But once again, it's just stretching the exact same muscles we did last time. She's stretching the whole side of her back, all the way up to her elbow, so hip to elbow. And she's even stretching a little bit of her abs, depending on what side. And so if you do both sides, like I recommend, like the book recommends too, because that's how you want to do that, so you're even out, not one side's bigger than the other, or one side's weaker than the other. You should be working both sides. So right now it looks like she's working her right side. So if she did the other side, she'd be working her left side. So you just want to alternate like I did. Let's see what our next stretch is real quick. Okay. So next we're doing the bird position. And the bird position is just, you're going to start with your hands here. So put them across just right here in front of you. You can either hold them, or it doesn't really matter, just rest them here. And then you're just going to go as far back as possible. So you pretend you're a bird and you're just spreading your wings back. You should feel your shoulder blades, your chicken wings, so to say, tighten and pull, because that's what we're stretching right now. And you should feel your lungs open up. So you want to make sure you're standing up straight at the top, as tall as possible, straight up. And you're really opening your chest here. You're opening your lungs, so to say. And once again, for these, hold it for about 10, 15, 20 seconds. Try to get your arms up as high as possible. You can have your palms facing the ceiling. If that helps you go up or facing the ground, wherever you prefer. Mine are facing the ceiling. I feel like I can go higher up that way. Once again, please hold it for 10, 15, 20 seconds. And breathe while you're doing it. So breathe in. And then breathe out. If you feel like you're getting more oxygen this way, that's because your lungs are more open. You're not hunched over or like anything like that. You're really opening your lungs on this one. And then breathe out. So breathe in. And then breathe out. So after I get done with these, I'll reference the book once again, show you what muscles these really stretch, and give you a little bit more just information about this stretch. So now we're going to the book. So as you can see, this is stretching your chest and then your deltoid and even some of your bicep, it looks like. And it's just really, you're opening up, you're making sure you can breathe better. So, like I said, it's just exactly what I told you. Make sure you're getting all the oxygen into your system, stretching your deltoid, stretching your upper chest, and your bicep. So next we have the forward elbow pull. All right. So the forward elbow pull is where you have one hand on your hip, and so for me, my left hand is on my left hip. My right hand is going over to my left elbow and is trying to pull it forward. So this is what it looks like from the back. And so my left elbow is trying to pull back, and my right hand is trying to pull forward. So this is it feels like it's stretching your side again, once again, and can even stretch your hip a little bit and your bicep up here. So they're going to be fighting with each other. One's pulling forward, the other one's pulling backwards, and that's really where you should feel the muscle. If it's too much for you, just take it back, loosen up your grip, or loosen up just the fight in general. Make it not pull back as far, make it not pull forward as far. Just try to keep it even. For these, you want to hold it for the same amount of time as we have been holding it for, so 10, 15, 20, 25 if you want. You can even go a whole 35 if you like. You're more accustomed to this, you didn't get out of the rhythm. And once again, make sure you're breathing, so breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in, and then breathe out. We're going to switch sides now. Same concept, but now my right hand is on my right hip, finding that placeholder. So wherever works for you, as long as your hand's not going to slip and slide. And then my left hand is grabbing my right elbow. I'll show you what that looks like from the back. They're just pulling and just fighting each other, pulling against one another. So once again, make sure your hand's not sliding. And so breathe in still, breathe in. And then breathe out. Your body's really finding you on this stretch. Like once again, if it's ever too much for you, just take it back a few notches. It's just real light stretching today. We're getting back into the routine, making sure we're loosened up, not as tight. If you want to do more stretches, of course, you can go ahead and do those, but not right now, but after I show you these. We're going to head over to the book though, so I can show you the stretches it involves. Or not stretches, the muscles that it stretches. So right here, as you can see, it's a forward elbow pull. There we go. And it's really working all of your upper back. And then it's focusing the teres minor muscle. Right there. And it's working some of your lower back even, and it's working most of your arm. Not really your lower arm, but more your upper arm. And just, yep, like I said, it's really working your shoulders too from the looks of it. But mainly that part between, like right under whatever side you're preferring, that shoulder. So next stretch is the alternating hips. The alternating hips are just where you're going to lean to one side or the other. So you're going to try to keep you're going to spread your legs, keep your feet as flat as possible, and you're going to lean to one side. So you should really feel it in your inner groin. Try to keep your back straight up. But you can also feel it all the way down your hamstring. So just, like I said, you want to keep your feet as flat as possible. And you're leaning as far as you can one side. If you can go all the way, go for it. If you can only get your leg to a 90-degree angle, that works too. Just whatever works for you. So you want to hold these for about 10, 15, 20 seconds. Same time we have been doing. And if for these, a lot of people, sorry, I tripped over my words. A lot of people's hamstrings are tight in the first place. So if it's ever too much for you, just go back a few. Or even if you want to do this, make sure you're not hurting yourself too much. But if you want to do a less amount of time, that also works. I don't recommend that for every single stretch though. Or if you want to have your hands off your leg, that works too. But once you do one side, you want to do the other side, of course. Same amount of time. And you're just making sure you keep your chest up. Don't hunch over anything, but you want to keep your chest up. And that way you can keep the oxygen going throughout your whole system. So breathe in. And then breathe out. Breathe in. And then breathe out. We're going over to the book now, so I can show you what muscles they used. Oh, right there. So as you can see, it really focuses your inner groin. And depending on how far you go, you can go all the way down to your hamstring a little bit. I was personally feeling there. But it focuses your inner groin, really. That's all I had to show you. There's plenty more exercises in that book. If you own a copy, you can go through it and do some of your own. Or if you know some more exercises, more stretches, you can go ahead and do those. But I'm Sawyer. Thank you for joining me today at Patch 21 in Spencer, West Virginia. I hope to see you guys next time.